My name is Bob Garner. I work for Ampco Pumps, and today we are going to demonstrate how to change a single mechanical seal on our LF model pump. The tools we're going to use are a rubber mallet, 2 O-ring picks, a 5/16 Allen wrench, and a 15/16 socket with torque wrench. I'm going to start by tapping loose the cover nuts. Remove the cover and discard the cover O-ring. Next, we're going to come in here, and on the shaft we have a 3/8 diameter hole, and we're going to put our 5/16 Allen wrench in here, and then use our 15/16 wrench to loosen the impeller nut. This will hold the shaft in place as we loosen the impeller nut. Take off the impeller nut, and there's a gasket here that we're going to discard. I'm going to take the impeller off. And next we're going to remove the key. It may be under a little bit of spring tension, so you push this seal driver back and pull the key out. Now I'm going to take my 2 O-rings, kind of work this seal driver out. We're going to remove this O-ring. Discard it. We're going to pull this seal face off. Remove this O-ring. Discard it. There's also an O-ring here on the shaft that we're going to take off. We're going to discard that. Next, we're going to come back here and we're going to push this stationary seal. We don't want to push on this surface, this shiny surface here. We want to push on the dull surface. And we just kind of unseat that. Go back in with our picks. And pull this seal face off. We'll come in here and we'll kind of squeeze and take that O-ring off and discard it. And that concludes the disassembly of the single mechanical seal. We're going to start with what we call the stationary seal. The side with these 4 flats is what we call the back side, and we're going to install this O-ring on the front side groove. There are 2 grooves in this seal. We're going to install it on the front side. We're going to pull this O-ring on and not roll it. Rolling it will cause the O-ring to spiral and may cause it to leak. There are 4 flats that I mentioned, and we're going to get one of those flats at the 12 o'clock position and load it into the casing. That will correspond to the 4 flats in the casing. What that does, that prevents this from the seal from rotating. So we're going to get that 12 o'clock. We're going to load that on and send that all the way home. We may need to use a pick to help get those flats in alignment. Okay. Next, we're going to install an O-ring, the O-ring onto the shaft. Now we're going to assemble our seal driver. We have a wave spring that goes in, a metal protection ring that protects the O-ring from those notches right there. Next, the O-ring, and then there's also an O-ring on the front face. The notches in this seal face correspond to those pins. We line those up and assemble it. We know it's assembled if we've got some spring action here. Now we're going to load this onto the shaft and install our keyway. Next, the impeller. Impeller key corresponds to the key. Impeller keyway corresponds to the key on the shaft. We have a gasket. One side has a bump on it that goes against the impeller nut. So the impeller nut, we take our 5/16 wrench, Allen wrench, and we put it in this hole, and that prevents the stub shaft from moving as we tighten down the impeller nut. There are torque values depending on the model of the pump and the size of the motor, which are in the manual. So you're going to tighten that down to that designated torque value. Remove the wrench. Install the O-ring onto the cover. We're just going to put these wing nuts on loosely at first so that we don't bind anything. Last thing we do is we take our mallet, tighten down the wing nuts.